Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Alright, so we have the Love Cup is finally announced. So it's going to start from February 8th to February 15th, so it's going to be a week long, just like the Holiday Cup was. But only red or pink Pokemon with 1500 or less CP will be allowed. So it's going to be Great League format, and as you see, Legendary and Mythical Pokemon are not eligible. So that means Mew can't be used. Now, there's this long list of Pokemon that's going to be eligible for the Love Cup. So I'm going to basically, I'll show you shortly what the meta will look like, and then I'll do a full analysis once the PV Pokemon rankings actually come out. But I'm gonna do a customized ranking system, and then just input all these Pokemon that could be eligible. Now, by first glance, I already don't like it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so the Love Cup rankings are actually out now. And this is why I don't like it. You see these two right here? Oh my gosh, why? If you can take out Legendaries and Mythicals, why can't you just take out Charmers? So the thing is, at first glance, this cup is really interesting for the sake of coloring. And because red and pink Pokemon aren't allowed, there's a lot of Pokemon that roll out of it. So a lot of meta Pokemon actually don't have red and pink. Well, most of them, actually. So not Azu, Sableye, and all the Sableye, Umbreon, etc. However, like I laughed about, at first glance, Charmers are just too... Why? This is a cup where you could essentially run both Charmers, and there's going to be little to stop the two-shield Charm strat. There's going to be a very little that can stop the two-shield Charm strat. So for this cup, we're going to analyze the lead, closers, and switches. And you want to know why Charizard's the #1 lead in the freaking cup? It's because of Wigglytuff and Clefable. Like, as soon as I read the meta, or as soon as I saw the list of Pokemon available, I'm like, there's nothing that really hard counters Wigglytuff and Clefable that's red and green. Red and pink. So because of that, Charizard is... But the thing about Charizard is that you can still lose to these two because Charizard... it's not immune to the two-shield Wiggly strat. So, our two-shield Wiggly, our two-shield Clefable strat. So, yeah. And, yeah. So, you're gonna have... So, basically, the top 10 is very... Charmers will be very prominent as leads. And Charizard has checks because of Alola. But at the same time, so does Electrode. So Electrode's a #1 lead because you're able to check Charizard and Alola. The problem is, what does Electrode lose to? You lose to Wigglytuff, and you also lose to Clefable. And Medicham XL, which you could probably bring it, but the problem is if you run into Clefable in the lead, it's probably going to give you a huge problem because it beats Medicham XL really well. In other words, fighters are really dangerous to run in this meta, so even though they're top rated, they're pretty dangerous to run. As far as your closers go, the #1 closer is Lickitung XL. If you got in, the reason being is because Lickitung XL basically is able to power whip Alola to death. It's also able to lick down Medicham XL because Medicham XL is weak to ghost types because psychic and fighting. Because of psychic typing, you are weak to ghost, so that's where Lickitung comes in. And it's thick enough to where it can actually just power whip Medicham XL to death or body slam it to death depending on a certain range. But Lickitung XL is still weak to Medicham, so there's kind of like that, there's kind of other things. Also, as you noticed, a lot of the closers here, they're either really thick like Alola, or they deal heavy damage like things with Blaziken. Blaziken deals heavy damage. Scrafty can deal heavy damage as well, and then Rotomosh is actually one in here that's really interesting. So, if you have a washing machine, it actually takes out a lot. It's actually really freaking good. As far as switches goes, Medicham XL is the #1 switch. However, like I mentioned, if you do see Wigglytuff, they have a Charmer in the back, you essentially just get deleted, which is really, really bad. You do beat a slew of other things, however, Charmers are very prominent in this meta, so it's gonna be really rough. All right, so basically, so the Love Cup's gonna happen for a week, and I sound really defeated. That's because, like I mentioned, for the first of all, the reason being is because, as you see here, the #1 Techer is Clefable. The two shield, obviously, I'm gonna do an analysis on both Charmers. However, generally, like, this is all I have to tell you. In the Love Cup, because there's not a lot of steel typings, because even if you do have Charizard, here's what happens. Here's Charizard. Here's Clefable. Clefable has shields. As you see here, Charizard still loses the 2 shield. It still loses the 2 shield even if you have Wing Attack. Now, with Wing Attack, you have more of a chance. The reason why Wing Attack is in there is because of but as you see here, like, you don't get stabbed with Dragon Claw, so you lose the 2 shield. So the 2 shield Charmer strat is going to be very powerful in this cup because there's not a lot of things that check it. Unfortunately. Even if you do have something like, per se, a Wormadam doesn't do a lot of damage against Clefable unless you Iron Head it. And at the same time, if they're running Charizard, Charizard can farm you down with Fire Spin if they're running Fire Spin Charizard. So there's a lot of checks to the anti-Charmer. So it's going to be a very difficult cup to run. Well, it's going to be run over by Charmers. So my automatic thought of this cup is a 1 out of 10. It is incredibly lazy, and unfortunately, Charmers will run this meta. And like I said, just because there's not a lot of things that can stop the 2 shield strat. Charmer 2 shield strat will run rampant, and if you thought Great League wasn't your best friend, it's not going to be your best friend here today, unfortunately. I'm going to do a deeper analysis on each and every Pokemon, and we're going to see exactly if there's anything that you can use for this cup that can flip anything that can flip it. But honestly, it's not looking good, guys, just from my first appearance. Just because, as you see here, this is just madness. I hope you guys are excited because I'm not really that excited, honestly. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be doing a ton of Love Cup content over the next couple of days to help you prepare. Good luck and go Galaxy, and I'll see you guys on the next video.